Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really getting into something super important if you're trying to land an AI role. We're talking about your GitHub profile. Now, you might just think of it as, place to stash your code, like a digital drawer. But what if it's actually, what if it's your most powerful technical resume? We've pulled together some really fascinating insights, some practical tips from quite a few sources on this, and our mission today to help you turn that GitHub from just a code dump into a really compelling portfolio.
Well, definitely. It's funny. I still remember my my very first AI job interview so clearly. The interviewer looks at my resume, nods, and then kind of casually asks, "Got a GitHub?" Nope. And I'm like, "Yeah, sure do." Feeling pretty confident. So he pulls it up, scrolls for maybe 3 seconds tops, and he looks up at me with this look, and the look just screamed, "Are you actually sure you want people looking at this?"
That was the moment.
Right?
And it just clicked. GitHub is not just for code storage. It really is your technical business card, your digital handshake. A clean, organized profile adds points. Definitely. A messy one, that subtracts points directly.
Yeah.
So today, let's share maybe 3 key packaging techniques, things you can do to make your portfolio instantly appealing.
Wow, that look, I can just picture it. It really brings home the practical side of it, doesn't it? So, okay, let's really unpack this. Why does GitHub carry so much weight specifically for AI jobs? What makes it so crucial in this field? It's got to be more than just proving you can, write some code. That's a great question. And yeah, it really boils down to maybe 3 main things. They're kind of connected. It's about visibility, professional image, and probably the biggest one, concrete evidence. So first, visibility, but maybe not just in the obvious way. When someone from HR, or maybe more importantly, a tech lead, opens your GitHub, they're not just ticking a box like, yep, has GitHub. They're getting a direct look, unfiltered, into how you actually code, your style, how you handle data, how you solve problems, even if you bother writing comments. It's like a window into your workshop, right? Seeing the process, not just the final product.
Ah, okay. So it's less about what you claim on the resume and much more about giving them a real kind of raw look at how you actually get things done. Makes sense for tech roles.
Exactly. Which then flows right into the second point, your professional image. And this isn't just, making it look pretty. A well-organized repository, one with a logical structure. It signals something deeper. It signals an engineering mindset. It tells them you're methodical, you think things through. It's not just a jumble of files like a student project might be. It shows you get concepts like maintainability, maybe scalability, things that matter in a real job. It basically shows you operate like a pro. You understand code is for other humans too, not just the machine.
That's a really key distinction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Student project versus professional mindset. It's about showing you get the craft, not just, the syntax.
Spot on. And that brings us to the third and maybe the most powerful reason, convincing proof, your resume. It can say proficient in machine learning, sure, or expert in TensorFlow, great. But GitHub, that gives them actual tangible proof they can interact with. They can literally click into your code. They can look at your notebook, see your analysis, see screenshots of the results, maybe even run a demo you linked. It's not telling them you can do it, it's showing them. And that's way more persuasive than just words on a page, right? It builds trust.
Yeah, absolutely. That clarity is huge. It sounds like GitHub is this living, breathing portfolio, always updated. But, okay, this brings up a common issue, I think. A lot of us, probably myself included sometimes, we just treat GitHub like Google Drive for code. You just chuck everything in there, half-finished stuff, random experiments. So what does a really good portfolio look like for an AI job seeker? How do we get past being just a digital junk drawer and actually, communicate value?
You absolutely nailed a core problem right there. You're spot on. So many people use it like cloud storage. Tons of notebooks called Untitled Final V3, half-baked ideas. But a portfolio that actually works, that grabs an interviewer. It needs to tell a story. It's not just about the code snippets. It's the narrative, your thinking, the impact. A strong portfolio, one that really works, needs 3 key story elements.
3 elements for a story. I like that analogy. What are they?
Yeah, think beginning, middle, end. Simple as that. First, the background and motivation. Why did you even do this project? What problem were you trying to solve? What question were you exploring? That's the hook. Sets the stage. Second, the methods and the technical details. What algorithms did you pick and why those? How'd you get the data? How would you clean it? What was the architecture? Show your work, your technical chops. And third, and this is the one people often forget, show the results. Display them clearly. Visualizations are great. Demos, even better. Benchmark numbers, crucial. If you built something, show what it does. Don't just say you built it.
Ah, okay. So beginning, middle, end. Background, methods, results. It guides the interviewer through the whole journey. The why, the how, and the so what. That's a big shift.
Exactly. Without that story, that narrative arc, interviewers get lost or bored. They'll just click away because they can't quickly see the point or, what you actually contributed. They want to understand your approach, the value you created, not just wade through uncommented code.
That's super helpful advice. Okay, so if we accept that GitHub is about telling our story, what are the practical steps, the strategies you mentioned? How can we start, like, right now, making our GitHub profiles tell that better story?
Okay, right. Let's get practical. Hands-on stuff. We've kind of boiled it down to 3 key packaging techniques. If you do these, it can seriously level up your profile, make your project stand out. So, strategy 1. Use your readme for storytelling. Honestly, the readme.md file might be the most important file in the whole repo, at least for that first impression, because it's the first thing they see. It's your project's front door, your guided tour. Needs a clear project title. Obvious, but yeah. And maybe a cover image or a banner, something eye-catching, something that immediately says what this project is about, like a book cover, Then, right below that, super concise project overview, 1 or 2 sentences, max. Make it punchy. Grab their attention. Instead of just house price model, try predicting Taipei house prices with XG boost, hit 89% accuracy. Boom. Tells me what and how well. And definitely include clear usage steps. How do I run this thing? And maybe a technical architecture diagram, even a simple one. Helps them grasp your method fast, shows you thought about the system, answers questions before they ask.
That's brilliant. A good read is like a mini pitch for the project itself.
A guided tour, yeah.
Okay, what's the second strategy for that professional look?
Strategy 2, a clean folder structure. Okay, this sounds basic, almost trivial, right? But you would not believe how often people mess this up, and it makes a huge difference. It screams professional or total amateur. Your folders need to make sense, be intuitive, consistent. It shows you're systematic. You think about organization. A good kind of standard structure might look like data, raw, processed, whatever. SRC, this is for your main code. Python scripts, helper functions, notebooks for the messy stuff, exploration analysis, model training experiments. Your Jupyter notebooks live here. Result, model outputs, charts you generated, images, performance metrics, the outcomes. And oh my gosh, naming conventions, please. Use clear names for files and folders. I can't even tell you how frustrating it is to see final code dev2 reallyfinal.py.
Oh, I feel personally attacked. I think we've all done that.
Exactly. We all have. But yeah, avoid it. It just looks sloppy and makes life hard for everyone, including future you.
Okay, noted. No more final v3.ipynb. Message received. So, clean structure, clear names. Got it. What's the third strategy for really showing off the results?
Right. The third one is about adding bonus materials to showcase results effectively. Remember that results display part of the story? This is where you make it tangible. You want to make it easy for them to see the impact without digging through code or setting up environments. So upload demo GIFs or really good screenshots. Let them see it working, see the UI, see the output graph instantly. Saves them time, makes it real. Even better, provide links. Collab or Hugging Face demo links. These are amazing. They lower the barrier to entry like crazy. 1 click, and the recruiter can actually play with your model or app right in their browser. That's super engaging. Leaves a much stronger impression than just static code.
Those are fantastic, really practical tips. A clear roadmap. But, sometimes the hurdle is just figuring out what project to do in the first place, especially if you're starting out in AI. Do you have any, concrete examples or maybe some directions for projects that really show off AI skills well? Maybe how to make a common project stand out?
Absolutely. And you're right, project ideas can be tough. The key thing isn't always groundbreaking complexity. It's showing competence, showing your thought process, a complete workflow. So here are a few solid directions. A house price prediction project. Yeah, it's a classic. But it's classic for a reason. It's great for showing the whole pipeline. Data cleaning, feature engineering, modeling, evaluation, visualization. Want to make it unique. Maybe add a time element. Predict future prices. Or pull in external data using APIs like crime stats or school ratings. Show you can integrate different data sources. Another great one, a chatbot system. These are fantastic for showing off API skills, maybe integrating with Slack or something. And obviously, NLP. Using language models to level up, maybe build a RA chatbot. One that uses retrieval augmented generation to pull answers from a specific knowledge base you give it. Shows more advanced understanding. And lastly, maybe a visual recognition project. Image classification, object detection. These are always cool. And they are perfect for those demo GIFs or interactive web demos we talked about. Let people upload an image and see your model work. To make it special, maybe try few-shot learning. Or deploy it in a simple web app. Show you can make it usable.
Those are excellent concrete ideas. And the tips for adding that extra layer, really valuable. Okay, so we've covered the do's. What about the don'ts? Are there common mistakes, common pitfalls that AI job seekers should really try to steer clear of on GitHub? Things that can sink their chances?
Oh, definitely. Avoiding mistakes is just as important, sometimes more so. First big one, lack of documentation. Seriously.
Yeah.
A project with no read'em, or a really skimpy one, it just looks unfinished. Lazy, even. It tells the recruiter you might not care about explaining your work or making it usable for others. Big red flag.
Goes right back to the storytelling thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No read-only, no story, just dot code.
Exactly. Another major error, especially common for learners, just copying Kaggle notebooks or online tutorials, like duplicating them exactly without adding anything original. No new analysis, no different approach, no improvements. It just suggests you didn't really engage with it yourself, didn't struggle with it, didn't make it your own. Recruiters want to see your thinking, not just that you can copy-paste, learn from them, yes, but then build on them. Adapt them. And the last one, this is critical. Using private or sensitive data, huge no-no. Putting confidential company data or user data that isn't anonymized or copyrighted material in a public repo, that can land you in serious legal trouble. Privacy violations, copyright issues, just don't do it. Always, always make sure your data is okay to be public. When in doubt, use a public data set or synthesized data.
That's such a crucial point about data privacy and ethics, not just for the job, but for your whole reputation. Okay, so bringing this all together then, what's the ultimate role of GitHub in the AI job hunt? What's the big takeaway message for everyone listening?
I think ultimately, GitHub is your personal project exhibition hall when you're job searching in AI. It's not just storage. It's where you curate your best work. It's where you showcase your skills, your problem-solving chops, your professional thinking, tangibly, verifiably. It's your stage, really, where you demonstrate what you can do. So the call to action, I guess, for everyone listening is start today. Shift that mindset. Treat every project you do, even practice ones, like a potential portfolio piece. Not just a messy notebook. Document it well. Structure it cleanly. Show the results. Think of it as building your professional AI brand, one repo at a time. It's about establishing who you are as a professional in this field.
So what this really means for you, listening in, is that your GitHub, it's way more than code. It's your story. It's your professional image. It's your proof. We really hope this deep dive gave you some solid, actionable ideas to transform your profile from just being there to actually working for you, opening doors.
And looking ahead to our next deep dive, we'll be getting into how to build a line AI expert dialogue system right from scratch. Specifically, we'll focus on getting really precise answers using LLMs plus array, that's large language models with retrieval augmented generation. Super important stuff now. It'll be part of our Dr. AI Career Change Notes series.
Ooh, that sounds fascinating. Practical AI in action. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. Definitely take these GitHub tips to heart, start building that story, and hey, subscribe for more insights from the deep dive. We'll see you in the next one.